Starry, starry night.
What is going down, world? Welcome to the 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. I go by the name Black Pegasus.
And it's...
oh, sorry, my bad.
It's your boy, Don Wannabe, back in the house once again.
Yeah. All right. So
Don Wannabe, Don Mclean.
Well, it's funny because, so me and him have an intro, and that's how it goes. I say mine, he says his. But when I have guests, I say mine, and then I introduce the guest. Today, I'm actually showing him something for the first time, so I just immediately got into my, hey, this is my guest. I'm putting him in front of it, and I was about to be like Don Mclean. So, my bad. But I wanted to clarify that because what happens is on these, all this music I react to, he knows most of it. That's why I do a lot of reactions solo, because I'm just like, I'm so unfamiliar with a lot of this stuff. But it's rare for me to come across a song that I reacted to, and then I'm like, yo, man, that song, Vincent. And he's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And so this is one of those songs. So finally, I get to put him in front of something he has not heard or seen. This is Don Mclean.
First time reaction.
Yeah, Vincent, first time reaction. So if you guys are here for it, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's get it started.
40-year-old boys are back in town. 40. Boys are back in town. 40-year-old boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast. Malt liquor for your ears. 40.
All right, you guys. Let me get the logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. I'm a hip-hop artist, so I do put out music videos. Me and him have a channel that we're just launching, the 40-year-old FUQ Boys. That's with a Z. And then I also have another commentary channel, Pegasus vs. the World. We're doing all the music reactions on this channel, and we're doing side quests over there. If you want to help us build it up, I'll link it in the description. Also, if you want access to the reactions early and this big back catalog of reactions that have not been released to the public yet, there's a link in the description to our membership. Just want to give a shout out to the members. There's never an obligation, but we do appreciate the people who have been putting in that extra support, man. It means a lot, and let's get it popping. So, all right, man, this is your boy Don, watching Don Mclean. Vincent.
Hold up, though. I was like, was that David Koresh on the keys?
That dude does look wild now that I think about it.
Starry, starry night. Blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills. Sketch the trees and the daffodils. Catch the breeze and the winter chills in colors on the snowy linen land.
Okay, you got to pause it right there. Just the poetry. I mean, it's like, there's different lyrics, that she'll, we break down so much music from like hip hop to, classic rock, and immediately, like, it's just painting this like imagery in my head that's like so beautiful. It's like the eyes that see the darkness in my soul, and he's talking about like the trees, sketching shadows. I'm just like, it's very like beautiful and poetic, like on a level that I'm like immediately just jumps out to me.
Yeah, when I first reacted to this is going to be fun. I didn't catch it like the way I'm catching it now, and everything you just said, I'm not even going to respond because you're dead on. But I didn't catch this. Anyways.
Catch the breeze and the winter chills in colors on the snowy linen land. Now I understand what you tried to say to me. How you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night. Flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds in violet haze, reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors changing hue, morning fields of amber grain, weathered faces lined in pain are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now, for they could not love you, but still your love was true.
Where do you feel this is going?
I mean, for some reason, I'm like interpreting it as like Jesus, like trying to spread the message to the people, and like they just don't get it. Like, but also, you know, I've personally felt that way sometimes in my life. Like, this is so dumb. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's like I have, you know, whatever. It's like I read, I have this certain view of the world, and at times I feel like I'm crazy. Yeah. I'm like, am I the only one that we talk about this stuff behind the scenes, right? Yeah. And it's like, are we crazy? Am I crazy? I've asked myself that. Like, am I crazy? And just feeling like at a loss. Like, it's like, I want to tell people, like, here's a small example. Like, I started reading about the Epstein stuff years ago. Yeah. And I'm like, how do I even talk about this to people? How do you share this with people without feeling crazy? And it feels like he's speaking to that, like, of like, I see what you're saying now. You tried to tell us, you know, you tried to tell me, and, you know, nobody was willing to listen. And it was kind of like driving you to the brink of insanity. Right.
So, to this song specifically, I got more game in the comments when I did this reaction. And at the end of this video, we'll have a big conversation about what this song is about, etc. And yeah, man.
Or it could be like a father talking to his son, like, or a son talking to his father, like, sorry, Dad, I know you're trying to, you know, teach me lessons about life, and I didn't want to hear you.
And I'll also tell you my interpretation off the first listen, but it's going to be fun.
Now, for they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left in sight on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you've met, the ragged men in ragged clothes, a silver thorn, a bloody rose, lie crushed and broken on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never will.
I mean, first of all, like, I was getting chills throughout the song because to me it's a masterclass in like poetic lyricism. Like, it's just so beautiful. The language that he's using was painting these pictures in my mind from the very beginning. And then it hit me and I'm like, oh, Vincent, he's talking about Vincent van Gogh. He even said the starry, like flowers, which is his Starry Night. Like he's referencing it. But what's so crazy is like the poeticism was painting a picture in my mind.
Yeah.
From the very first lyrics, I'm like, holy shit, this is amazing. Like the imagery that it's like bringing up for me. And then I don't know what it was, like what was the line that got me, but when I think it just clicked, like, oh, Vincent, like what is he talking about being misunderstood? And he was talking about like at one point, like the faces, like capturing the sorrow and the lines on their faces. I was just like, all of it was just like so beautiful, like so beautifully written, so impactful. And then taking his own life. That's, when it kind of hit me that like, oh yes, that's what he was talking about.
So that's why I was having fun with it, because I was like, oh, he didn't get it he's not like getting it from the beginning. But I was like, I put you in front of this because you know about art and you know about Van Gogh. When I did my first time reaction, everything you said, I don't know Starry Night. Yeah. I didn't know he took himself out. I don't know Vincent Van Gogh. Didn't he cut his ear off or something? Or is that a different one? Anyway, let's not get into some weird conversation about it. But I'm just saying, I know nothing of Vincent Van Gogh. Yeah. So I'm listening to this, interpreting it similar to you, like, oh, this is a story of Jesus or this, that, and the other. Then I'm like, oh, Vincent is someone with mental health issues who's seeing things that the world can't see, and now he's gone, and da-da-da-da. And so that was what I always thought it was about his friend named Vincent who had all these mental health issues. This is before mental health was a thing. So that was my thing. And then the comments went crazy. They're like, bro, this is about Van Gogh.
See, and
I would have never got that just because I'm not versed in that. Yeah. I'm not, let's just be real. I'm not well read in certain aspects. So I just don't know this stuff, Yeah.
But to me, it's like it goes beyond that.
That's what I'm saying.
Because what he's talking about is like what Vincent Van Gogh was, a troubled artist who didn't really have success in his life, who was trying to share with the world this vision that was ultimately like groundbreaking, because he was doing things in art that really, were so different that people just couldn't understand it. And now in retrospect, people are like, oh my God, this is so amazing, right? But he's like going crazy, like trying to share this and speaking to a silent world, right? But then like the song, the poetry, like to me, he did with words what Vincent Van Gogh is doing with painting, and it goes
That's
far
what I was
beyond.
about to say. It's full circle.
Yeah.
Because the inspiration of Vincent Van Gogh inspired something like a novice like me who didn't know it was about Van Gogh was just mesmerized with a piece of art. This is also a rapper. This is folk music, bro. I never in a million years thought I would like folk music. I love Don Mclean and John Denver, the Carpenters now. Who else? Bro, like the shit is actually freaking me out. Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the is this? This is crazy. There's just, dun, 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 but there's stories. The lyricism is bananas. So, yeah. And that's why I wanted to put you in front of this, because I knew you're someone who will go to an art show and go to a museum. I don't do that. Yeah. Not saying I don't want to. I just never did, Yeah. And I just know you appreciate that stuff. So I was like, I was kind of like, yo, is he going to pick it up by the end? And that's why I didn't spoil it from the beginning. Because I can be like, dude, this is an epic song about Van Gogh. But that's how you ruin a reaction. So, all right, you guys, let us know.
Yeah, but to me, it's like, the last thing I just wanted to say was like a song like this is so deep because it's Van Gogh transcended the paintings to inspire the song, right? But then this song inspired me. Like I said, it feels like it's talking about Jesus, because it's like you tried to share, because he said, I think you tried to share your love with the world, right? And it's like, yeah, there's many troubled artists or people who are misunderstood who try to share a message with the world that people don't get, or it's misunderstood or misconstrued and misinterpreted. And that goes so deep. It goes to the deep of like the human core and human experience. So yeah, I mean, that was amazing.
All right, you guys, let us know what we got, what we missed. And this is a little redemption for me, because they told me it was about Vincent Van Gogh, and just certain lyrics, I was just like, wow. Like when he starts talking about painting these, I was like, oh my God, like this was just so much deeper knowing what it's about. Yeah. So that's why I do enjoy bringing guests on, because now I have a little more understanding of something and I can re-experience it almost in the way it might be meant to be. So Anyway.
Oh, one thing. I'm just going to finish with this because I just heard something saying that they think that he might not have clapped himself. They may have actually found the weapon like 100 years later in a field, and they think that possibly he, like, some kids did it by accident, or they don't know, but he just didn't want to get anyone in trouble, so he just kept his mouth shut. So it's kind of crazy. Look it up. It's like, you know, I think that came out fairly recently, but anyways.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ boy.